Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? To bring us of the end times?
I don't know, Hadvar.
We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Thank you.
There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these bones.
Alright, you do that.
You better get some gear.
I actually don't exactly need the gear. So, I'm going to be playing as a mage. And the mage's name is Juillen. Juillen Marcel. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory on his life. Juillen was... Sorry, trying to get all this set up. Juillen was born in High Rock to a father that was a Nord and a mother that was a Breton. And he worked on his father's farm for many, many years. Right up until around he was 22, in which point he decided that he was going to travel to Cyrodiil. And the reason for this was he'd always felt very, very connected to magic. The only problem with that was the fact that his father, being a Nord, was very, very discouraging about his pursuits to become a mage and a sorcerer.
Storm cloaks. Maybe we can use it.
I mean, we could try, but no, reasoning is not working. And so he traveled to, at the age of 22, he took all the money that he had saved up from working at his father's farm and decided that he was going to say goodbye to his family and travel off to Cyrodiil to try to join the Synod. And spent many months traveling to Cyrodiil. And by the time he got to the Synod, you know, he went up to them and he applied, and he was turned down very, very heavily. They laughed and scoffed at him for his lack of experience as a mage trying to, you know, join these esteemed wizards.
Look out! Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
And unfortunately for him, it took a large chunk of his resources and his money to travel to Cyrodiil.
An old storeroom. See if you can find some potion. Might come in handy.
So it took a while, you know, it took a few extra months traveling around Cyrodiil, working, you know, in merchant stores and gathering up a little bit more money for the next trip that he was going to take on, because the Synod kind of, you know, joked, and when they were scoffing at him, they told him, you know, if you want to try to become a real mage, you should probably learn more about magic before you attempt to join a powerful group. And so they pointed them in the direction of... They pointed him in the direction of the College of Winterhold.
Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage.
And so after a while of gathering money and preparing, he set off for Skyrim
See if you can get it open
and was caught at the border by the Imperial ambush.
Grab what you can and let's go.
Yeah, that probably is a lot of stuff, isn't it? Torture's hood. Actually... And so in his travels and at the Synod, you know, he did learn a little bit more about magic. Sorry, trying to get everything set up. And so now he is here in Skyrim, doing his best to survive, find the college, and learn more about magic in the process. You ready, Hadvar? Feel like we should move along. Sorry about your torture friend. True accident. Although you didn't exactly seem that fond of him either. Because this is where we're headed next, eh? So yeah, and Juillen's pretty young. He's only about 23, 24.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Just give me a minute. Let me think. Prisoners are
Another thing is that I have downloaded several mods, actually a lot of mods, and one of them, you can see I'm kind of being rather wary to get into fights, and that is because I have downloaded Wildcat, which is a combat overhaul mod. And long story short, I'll link all these down in the description, but long story short, it takes a lot less to be killed and to kill. You know, you're no longer a bullet sponge, and neither are they. They also do things like that, which is, well, in this case they died, but they fall
If we can find a way
and stumble, and you can be staggered and fall just as easily as the NPCs.
Let's see where this goes.
Where are we headed, Hadvar?
Damn it, no going back that way. I guess
Yeah.
we're lucky that didn't come down on top of us. We'd better push on. I'm sure the others will find another way out.
Let's hope the rest of the cavern doesn't. I'm sticking with you. So yeah, this is going to be loosely roleplayed. Gonna do my best not to do any metagaming. Try to play it as if the character was, you know, new to this world, because I've played this
Doesn't
game
go anywhere. I guess we'd better try this way.
several different times, several different 100 times since Skyrim came out. I've also played Oblivion and Morrowind. Oh, I don't like these things, Hadvar. You have gigantic spiders here.
What next? Giant snakes?
Hadvar, please don't say that. Being attacked by gigantic winged lizards, gigantic spiders, just don't add to frickin'... Don't add to it. It's a bear. Hadvar. Hadvar.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead.
I-
See her?
I just said
I'd
that.
rather not tangle with her right now. You might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow, and watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, You can take this bow.
Hadvar, I don't want a bow.
Might take it by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
What I do want is some of that. Spellbooks aren't cheap, I've come to find. So yeah, I'll do my best to link all the mods I use in.
Easy does it.
Good bear. Just lay down. Lay down. A little bit of personal space, Hadvar. Does a world of good. I've added several different, you know, combat overhaul mods,
Close.
several different magic mods. Nothing that changed things up too much, but it does add a lot of spells. We do have Frostfall, which is not yet enabled. I'll
This
enable
looks
it
like the way out.
in just a moment whenever we head out of this cave.
Wait.
Oh no. You don't think he saw us, did you?
Looks like he's gone for good this time.
Good.
But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
Yeah.
Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
I don't think we should split up, Hadvar. I know nothing about this province. I'm new, you see. I honestly, honest to the divines, did not mean to be ambushed. I was just traveling here, trying to head to the college. Trying to be a mage, you see.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you.
Whoa.
If the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
You're saying that the dragon belongs to them? Well, no offense, mate, but I don't see your cause being taken up very well. Alright, so I'm going to take a second here real quick to activate some of the mods that I need to, and I will be right back with y'all guys. Alright, and we're back. So apparently, going through all of these menus and stuff allowed these guys to kind of sneak up on me. Ooh, looks like there's a guy with a bow. Should probably avoid that if I can. Or I don't do that. Ignite you with fire. Ow. And now run and hide like a little coward. So yeah, I started up Frostfall and a few other mods. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. And now we are stuck here. I honestly don't even know where Hadvar is. I don't think Juillen is honestly too worried about Hadvar at this moment. I think he's more worried about just kind of like coming out of this situation alive. No, I'm still breathing.
Nobody here now.
Alright, fine. I'll redact that statement. Freaking sneaky feline. That was not the right button. And that was
Tell you what, start running.
definitely not good for my health. Okay, so again, we're gonna come over here, grab this, drop that, and drop a quick save. Ow. Okay, just trying to get this Khajiit guy alone. What spells do I have? Okay, well that didn't last long.
You'll be so much easier to rob when you're dead.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. What do you have on you? Absolutely nothing useful. Thanks. Thanks for nothing, bud. All right. So, do we have? Yes, but barely any. Okay. So now we just have to get through this guy. We can send our familiar over there and do our best. And so if y'all are wondering why I'm using all of these spells, I don't have a problem with Juillen using these low level, you know, already given to him novice spells. That's kind of the point. They're there to start you out, and I feel like they're pretty accurate. Oh, thank you. Or not. Okay. Do something, doggy. Okay. This is not exactly the position I wanted to be in. Please die. Please die. Or don't. Yeah, I really do not want to be hit. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing this mod does. They're more than willing to pick up. There's a bee's nest. Yeah. I wonder, do you have... No. I was hoping they had some sort of a bow, because I really don't want to get hit by any of those arrows. That's unfortunately another thing. I don't really think Juillen knows how to use a bow. Huh, thank you. What did you do? Eat him? Fair enough, I suppose. Suppose that is kind of your comeuppance for helping out. Little dog. Our familiar has, like, object teleportation abilities, apparently. Oh, the world of Nirn is a strange place, then, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think there's much. Yeah, take some of that. So yeah, Juillen is very, very much a novice in magic, but in being so, he still does know a little bit. He knows enough to, you know, cast a few flame spells, cast this tiny little familiar spell, a healing spell. So I have no problem whatsoever in allowing him to use those. Unfortunately, Hadvar is not here to give us the rundown on these, so I'm gonna say, you know, Juillen just kind of walked up here. He's looking at these. You know, he knows what that is. That's a thief. He knows what that is. That's a barbarian and a warrior. And this is kind of what calls to him, the mage. So he puts his hand on there, and then, you know, this probably isn't the weirdest thing he's seen. Because you have the way shrines and the wells, the magic wells in Cyrodiil. And through his travels, he's most definitely seen some of those, so. Going through. So yeah, if y'all have any questions about Juillen or anything like that, definitely put them down in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. This should be a fairly long playthrough. Alright. Well, you're worth practically nothing, aren't you? You stood there. I suppose you're there for moral support, eh? Yeah, if you have any sort of questions, I've already talked a little bit about his family and his background in, well, I do believe it's this video, and the first video I posted, the before the adventure. Y'all might not actually know, but this this segment after the all work on the mods part is actually a day later. I had some stuff that I need to do.
What?
What is it now, Mother?
Hadvar, there you are.
What's going on? And who's this?
He's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything. But
Yeah,
we
and
need
I
to
had
go
to save
inside.
mine too when you ran off.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell me all about it.
Kill us all, and then you'll believe me.
So yeah, Juillen, you know, he definitely feels a bit of gratitude and definitely feels indebted to Hadvar. You know, he was literally only, you know, seconds away from having the headsman axe come down on his head. The only reason he didn't is that dragon suddenly appearing.
Sigrid, we have company.
Looking at. You have
Hadvar, we've been
magic
so
wine.
worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Ah, thank you, ma'am.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to
The
General
irony
Tullius'
of you
store.
saying that.
We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and
You're
let them know
joking,
what's
right?
happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can.
Sir, thank you. It's a very, very kind Nord. Thank you, sir.
I need your help. We need your help.
Sorry. Must be deaf from the dragon shout.
The Jarl needs to know if there's... We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Well, how do I get to Whiterun?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
Alright, and who is this Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
And which side of this war does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
And you support the Empire?
Of course. Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair-weather friends.
Alright, well, thank you.
Hadvar,
All right,
did we really
then.
see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Well, I'd better get back to work. You two make yourselves at home.
Thank you. Alright, well, Hadvar, is there a market around here? Yes, are you taking me? Alright. Thank you.
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh?
Well,
Listen,
friendly
I'm
enough.
going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here.
I don't know if Solitude is my first option.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
That's alright, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I don't know what
Is
you overheard.
anything
but
wrong?
the
Did something
Riverwood
happen?
Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. But we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Yeah, no, I could click on this, but the only problem is that's not really the state of mind Juillen is in right now. He's not in a going and adventuring through, you know, caverns and barrows kind of a thing right now. He really just wants to sit down and recuperate.
I better get back to cleaning the store. What a mess. The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
Well, like to sell off
Trinkets,
some of my
odds and ends,
stuff
that
if
sort
you'd
of
like.
thing.
Yeah, alright, so I'm going to go through and sell some of my stuff, and then I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, Lucan, do you happen to sell any spells?
I think I have a few old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold.
That's actually where I'm headed. So we're just going to go through and look at this. Lesser Ward. Raise Zombie and Soothe. You can kind of see that I'm not using the HUD, so I think I'm going to go with Clairvoyance. And I think that's it. I think we're going to buy that.
Damn thieves. As if things weren't bad enough.
Alright, well, thank you, Lucan. Be sure to come back.
My sister Camilla or I will be happy to help you.
Well, thank you. Alright, so I think that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you really liked it, give us a like. If you really enjoyed it, I'd love it if you could subscribe. And I will be back soon with the next video. So, thank you.